everybody. Welcome to the show. My name is Jeff, and yes, I am, in fact, a Xennial. What does that mean? That means that if you really need me to, I can change the bulbs. We don't need to live in a pyramid of darkness any longer. I believe we can live in a pyramid of light. Today on the channel, we're going to be watching another G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero batch of episodes. This is very exciting though, guys. We've hit 1985. We've watched through the first two of the miniseries. That would be the Mass Device and then the Revenge of Cobra. If you haven't seen those, I have done reactions to both of those series. And now we're moving into a Real American Hero, the series proper. I'm thrilled, and I know with Ron Friedman writing once again, we're probably going to get more of the same that we did get from those first two miniseries. This again will introduce new characters, again will sort of evolve and expand the role of Cobra, and I am very excited. You know, I've been really enjoying rewatching Real American Hero. Hopefully you are enjoying it as well. If you are, please consider dropping me a subscription. This is still an evolving and new channel, and every subscription really helps. All of the information you may need to support the channel is down below, as well as chapter times. So if you just want to jump straight to the reaction, please go right ahead, or you want to jump to, you know, episode 3 or whatever of the reaction, just go and look for the chapter times down below. I'm going to be here just to yap a little bit more because I like to talk. So what am I looking forward to? What do you expect moving from the mini-series of G.I. Joe into the series proper? Well, I know we're going to get new characters, of course. This is kind of the formula for G.I. Joe. I'll be actually excited to break from that formula once we move past this Pyramid of Darkness, but I know Pyramid of Darkness is going to have some good stuff in it. I believe we're finally going to get the Crimson Twins, that's Zamox and Tomax. I think Quick Kick comes into the show at this point. Bazooka and Alpine, maybe. Is Beachhead in the show starting now? I think he might be as well. I expect we're still going to be driven and led by Duke and Flint, but as with the Revenge of Cobra, in comparison to the Mass Device, they pushed some of the more prominent characters previously established a little bit to the background so that they could bring in new characters. You know, just like we wanted to have room for Flint and Mutt to go have their adventures with Shipwreck, now we may want to have Quick Kick hanging out with Bazooka. I don't know what happens in this. I can't remember this at all, honestly. But I am excited because we're going to get new heroes and new villains doing fun stuff. Anything else that we should be looking forward to? A new opening. I love the openings. If you haven't been seeing it, I've been doing a series, like a little micro in-between series, reacting to the opening credits and trying to really dive deep on the lore. If that sounds of interest to you, please go check out those videos. I think with another 5-part miniseries, we can probably expect more of the same. Structurally, probably we'll see. Let's see. Are we going to see? Here's the prediction. Do we see main characters captured? Do we see more fun and exciting, like 80s action movie style set pieces that we can move the characters from one to the next? Do we see the small teams, sub teams, paired off from both the heroes and the villains? I hope so. I love that blend of fantasy and science fiction that G.I. Joe provides. If you haven't been watching the previous reactions, you know, I don't know why you haven't been, but that's okay. I really approach this from a story and character perspective. I love the journey of G.I. Joe. We know that this is a never-ending battle, good versus evil. So I appreciate, you know, just sort of relishing in the kind of like awesomeness of cool characters, sort of silly, over-the-top villainy, and that battle. You know, there's some really great action stuff here, and largely it's built around these kind of tropey, cardboardy kind of stereotypes, but G.I. Joe executes on them so well, and they have this great balance between, you know, A stories and B stories and character moments in the middle of action. You know, telling a story through action is, you know, it's a challenge. As someone who has written for television before, I feel qualified to say that. I did not write on anything as exciting as G.I. Joe. That said, I am thrilled to be jumping into this next batch of episodes with you, my friends. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, joining me, and we're like buddies, just hanging out, watching cartoons together. That's all I want out of life, guys, is just to hang out with people and watch cartoons. So thank you for being there for me. And I'll be there for you. Oh, I will be there for you. One more thing to add before we jump into the actual episodes. I wasn't entirely sure if there's like a industry standard in the fandom about how to number like the episodes. So I'm going to consider this season 1, episode 1, whereas the first two miniseries are miniseries 1 and miniseries 2. By some numbering systems, you could see the Pyramid of Darkness, you know, the first episode of Pyramid of Darkness listed as episode 11, because there were 2 5-part miniseries before, but I'm going to call it season 1, episode 1. There are 55 episodes in season 1, and then there is, you know, 30 more episodes in season 2. This is, of course, the G.I.Joe Sunbow series that we're talking about. Anyway, I don't think people are going to get too confused. If you're already at this point in the show, you probably know what's going on here. Or hopefully you've been watching along with the previous reactions and you're excited to jump into the next one. Okay, I think it's time. Let's scoot on over to episode 1 and see what there is to see.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
Okay, welcome back, my friends. To those of you who just jumped right here, I think I'm ready. I got a cup of coffee here. It is, it's like 9 in the morning. I'm ready to watch cartoons. I hope you are. This is my life now, just hanging out watching cartoons. Thank you for helping me make this a reality. Okay, we're going to be watching this on the official Hasbro YouTube channel. The whole series is up there for you to watch on YouTube, so you can watch it there, but just, you know, watch it here because we're already here. I am going to be cutting out commercials. I'm going to be starting and stopping. And if you want to watch the full reaction, you know, link down below to where you can do that. All right, let's get started with season 1, episode 1, the first episode of the Pyramid of Darkness 5-part miniseries, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, The Further Adventures of G.I. Joe. Let's do this.
Yo, Joe! He'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe, American hero.
Oh, this intro. Hey, there's Quick Kick.
G.I. Joe against Cobra, the enemy, fighting to save the day.
Yo.
He never gives up. He's always there. Fighting for
Who's that?
freedom over land and
Footloose? Is that his name? Shipwreck Dusty?
G.I. Joe is the code name
that
for
shot.
America's daring, highly trained special mission force. Its purpose, to defend human freedom against Cobra, a ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule the world.
he never gives up. He'll stay till the fight's won. G.I. Joe will dare. G.I. Joe, American hero. G.I. Joe.
Oh, there's so many. Oh, no, there's not that many. Okay. Just as we're getting into it, I just want to say I love that intro. I will definitely be doing a breakdown of that intro at a later date. But lots of interesting stuff already happening there. We definitely saw a few new characters who are going to likely be popping in, making an appearance here. But it wasn't quite as frenetic or like crazy as the Revenge of Cobra intro. I'm definitely excited to see where this goes, though. The Further Adventures of G.I. Joe, they're back, and better than ever.
Talk to me, Lady from your POV?
Nothing serpentine, Flint. So far, the launch looks WOC.
WOC?
Without Cobra.
I think I'm picking up enemy readings. Uh-oh, battle
There's
alert.
Paulie.
We got snakes in the dirt.
Cobra circled the launch site.
Wait. They're firing like... What are they firing? Like tow cables on it?
We've
Come on.
caged quite a bird, Zaymot.
Yes, Tomax. Now let's take Birdie home to Cobra.
Those guys. They're always up to something. Where are the Sky Strikers? Come on. You gotta stop these guys.
Magnificent! Superb! G.I.Joe is completely disoriented. Their space shuttle will be mine!
I don't know.
Mine! Mine!
Wrong again, Chrome Cheeks. We've been expecting you, Alpine Bazooka.
That was a real
Time
Falcon
for a little
sort of move
reptile
there.
removal?
Slicing through it. What? The Joes are inside there all on jetpacks?
Oh! Hey, I never laid a glove on you.
I feel what my brother feels.
Terrific!
Why are you telling him that?
That's on!
Can I just say, sorry, I don't want to interrupt the action. I know I'm interrupting the action. But like, twin telepathy, I legitimately spent years believing that if not full on twin telepathy, but twin, like, they were empaths. Like 100% I believed it because of this show. Zamox and Tomax, great. Very cool to see so many new characters here already. But like, how did Cobra get around? How did they, those tow cable, isn't like when a rocket goes up, it's like hundreds of, miles an hour. It's like the thrust is like incredible. How did they catch it with those dinky little cables? I don't care. I love it anyway. I'm just saying.
Pitch in, guys. This is one woman who hates to break a launch date.
We're with you, Lady J. Let's cut cable!
Man, I want a jetpack. So cool.
Shuttle!
Cobra!
Attack Destro!
Destroy the G.I.Joe marauders before they breach the canopy. Gung-ho, make Bumperface entirely unwelcome.
Oh, it's all gung-ho in the slugger.
Sharks, go!
Nice.
Cease shuttle attack. Take evasive action at once.
Keep your laser cooking, Bazooka! We're almost there!
Now!
Wow!
No! G.I.Joe was ready for us! How dare they anticipate my strategy!
Your strategy was not that great, Commander.
Retreat! Wait for me! I'm your leader!
Once again,
Keep
showing your
kicking
cowardice.
snake. We've got him on the run.
Watch me change them from cobras to water rats.
No!
Glad you could join us!
Oh no!
How are you gonna get away now, Cobra Commander? Chumps. Get wrecked.
Stop surrendering and listen to me! Stand back. My troopers may be cowardly, but I'll never yield.
Cobra Commander, what are you doing? Oh, you had giant robots all this time? Giant water robots?
Supper and sushi, what were those?
I don't know, but we didn't come this far to lose the Cobra biggies to underwater weirdos. Shipwreck, you and Snake Eyes lead a detachment into the river and find Cobra Commander and the Crimson Twins.
First, they want me to fly, now they want me to dive. The minute they ask me to dance, I'm getting out of this outfit.
Faster, sailor! Put the pedal to the metal!
That's Polly. I contend that's why people don't like Shipwreck, is because of Polly.
Flint, it looks like Destro's playing skyscraper hide and seek.
We can't let him shake us. That nickel-noggin bozo's all the Cobra brass we've got.
You can't do that. That's way too dangerous.
This is one bozo who won't be got at all.
Water robots! Return to the river and attend to G.I.Joe!
No, Joe!
Uh-oh. You're in trouble, Shipwreck.
Man underboard!
That humongous H2O bot got shipwrecked. Dive, Snake Eyes. Dive if you want to stay alive.
I like that Timber came along with him. Is that a ship? What is that? He was...
Mechanical monsters got him too. Pull out, Snake Eyes.
Oh, Snake Eyes, you're done for, man. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, don't worry, he's okay. These sharks are amazing. They had like the proto shark in the last miniseries. It's really cool to see them actually like, fully realized now. I always thought they were such a cool ship. Underwater, in the air.
Let's see if this gets us anywhere.
Service in the service!
Oh, it's pulling in more water.
Put her in reverse or it's gonna get worse.
Is it gonna capture them?
Back. Suction too strong.
Roadblock! Oh, dang. You guys.
Superb! Your water robots have cleared the area of interlopers, Tomax.
Now all we need do is wait for Destro to join us.
Ah. Ah, Vitol.
Coming at you, Lady
It's like Harrier
Get up
jets,
on the
right?
side, Flint. We've got Destro. Where did he go?
Exactly. You have no idea, G.I. Joe.
Done, noble Destro. I applaud your performance.
Yeah, but you guys failed in your mission, right?
Swallowed him up.
Yeah? Then the city's due for some indigestion.
Let's get back to headquarters.
My scheme was even more brilliant than usual. The attack on the space shuttle was merely a diversion to mask our true purpose.
It was?
The secret planting of a special cargo. Replay the tape. There, this part. You see? GIJoe forces were so involved with the firefight that they never felt the addition of my special cargo pod. Magnificent!
What could that be?
And how will the unique and charming cargo inside the pod be activated, Cobra Commander?
Why, by Zartan, of course.
Zartan? But how would he get aboard the space shuttle?
He is already aboard.
This is a very like now you see me kind of a kind of a moment, but like also I love it that it's like right out of like a heist film, you know, where like you think that this is what's happening over here, but really George Clooney and Brad Pitt were just a distraction. Over here on the other side is where the real action was happening, right under your nose, and you didn't even know it, G.I. Joe.
Booster
Sector separation complete. Next stop, GIJoe Space Station Delta.
Felt like we hit something, but there's nothing to hit up here, is there?
The retro rockets kicked in to maintain our course. We must be carrying extra weight.
I'll check out the cargo bay.
Huh. Who's that? Who's the green shirt? Oh, it's Steeler. No, who's that? Who's that guy? Oh, it's Zartan. I didn't even know.
Dreadnoks, prepare for action.
Yo!
Ready and waiting, Sergeant.
It's just the Dreadnoks. They're just hanging out in there. Come on, guys. Wait a second.
Whatever's in there, come on out.
Oh, okay. So Duke and Scarlet were already on the space station.
Oh, how adorable. Oh, they're so
Are they
cute.
aliens? They're not aliens.
What's with Junkyard, Mud?
These little honeys are harmless.
Yeah, Junkyard doesn't make mistakes, Breaker.
Just don't feed them after
There's a
midnight, right?
curtain. These adorable creatures are called fatal fluffies. I'm sure you will enjoy their deadly secret. Sincerely yours, the Cobra Commander.
That's not what it said. It said they're amazing split personalities.
Amazing fatal fluffies? What the heck is going on here?
What does he mean? Deadly secret.
What he means is this.
Zartan. Yes.
Surrender, Joes!
Okay.
What this doesn't look like is good.
Rock and roll.
What is this place?
Huh.
Some kind of subway tunnel below Enterprise City's regular subway system. Let's reconnoiter, Snake Eyes. Try not to attract attention. Sure, who'd notice a wet sailor with a parrot and a silent masked man with a timber wolf? I think we're in major trouble.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Funny looking commuters on this line. I think we ought to see what they're up to. And here come our rail passes now.
Perfect.
Ah, nice day, huh? Or nice night. Who cares down here, right? Am I right? You see, nobody wants to know a subway philosopher. Now try to relax and act natural. Now, on second thought, just enjoy the ride.
This hasn't been our finest hour. Cobra Commander, the Crimson Twins, and
That's
Destro slipped through our fingers.
Oh.
Shipwreck and Snake Eyes are missing. And now we can't make contact with the shuttle or space station.
It's Joe Code Delta.
Okay. Oh, no. Things are not going well up there, guys.
Thank you for responding to my transmission. It has enabled me to lock firing coordinates on your headquarters.
Oh, snap.
Farewell, vendors.
You guys gotta get out of there. Oh, no. We're in big trouble.
GIJoe headquarters is in ruins, and we shall not give them time to recover.
Now this
What
is a
those
real underground
pathetic
lair.
fools don't know is that the acquisition of Space Station Delta is but the first step in my creation of the most powerful weapon in history. The Pyramid of Darkness.
Second name of the episode. Okay.
When these control cubes are placed at each of the four corners of the Earth, they will link with the space station to form this pyramid, beneath which no electrical energy source will function.
Without energy to power its vehicles and factories or run its military and defense systems, the world will crumble beneath our heels.
Barbecue? Is that what it says?
What do we do next, Flint?
I'll form a unit and set up headquarters in a new location.
Yeah.
The rest of you start rebuilding here.
Hey, does quick kick.
Cobra has bitten us once too often, and we're gonna start biting back.
Yeah. Listen to this music.
I don't know what those cubes are for, but I'm sure they're not dice for a giant crap game.
Cobra just reads like the Empire, doesn't it? So often.
Hail, Cobra Commander! The Great Snake rules forever!
Voice print.
That's their password. Hail Cobra Commander, the Great Snake rules forever.
Repeat.
Hail Cobra Commander, the Great Snake rules forever.
Intruders!
Oh, you're in trouble now.
Intruders must be exterminated! Exterminated!
What is he, a Dalek?
Exterminated!
Oh my god! No! That seems like overkill, right? Doesn't that like the spikes and the saw blades?
GIJoe will return after these messages.
Alright, so now we got the end credits. Let's watch these, see where we're at. Are these the credits from The Revenge of Cobra? No, these are new credits. Huh. I wonder if the shots in these credits are just from these Pyramid of Darkness, or they're from later episodes as well. Okay. That's it. We've done it. We did it, guys. We made it through the further adventures of G.I. Joe. A lot going on. I think there's a few things to discuss. So, one, let's talk about the characters. We got some of our old classics. We saw Duke, we saw Flint, we saw Lady J, we saw Scarlet and Snake Eyes, and one of my favorites, Shipwreck. It seems like he's going to have a big role here. Roadblock, who is another one of those are my two favorites. Roadblock, who is another one of my favorites, seems like he's maybe not going to have as big a role here. But that's okay. Who are the new characters that sort of stood out? I mean, there were a few background new characters, but definitely it looks like we're going to get Bazooka and Alpine and their relationship. You know, having the funny guys, sort of, especially a duo in the background, to kind of give a little banter and humor. That's always good to see. We got Zamox and Tomax, obviously, the Crimson Twins from the Cobra side, which I think they are great characters. I love them so much, but they're going to be expanded on more as the series progresses. But like it makes sense to have like some businessmen on your side. Like they're like men of action as well, but they're also businessmen, right? In the way that like a kid would imagine a businessman is. Other than Bazooka and Alpine and Dusty, I guess we got Dusty and we got Polly. They got to add more animals in. Like I was saying, I think that some people don't like Shipwreck. I think that's mostly because of Polly. I like Shipwreck because he's got the kind of he's kind of like full of himself in the same way that Han Solo is full of himself, and I appreciate that. So I'm excited to see where this goes. Definitely a few sort of like, well, how would this work? You know, like if it was, wouldn't their fuel be depleted if they spent, couple of minutes stuck under a net? Like, why were the Joes on board in the first place? They knew Cobra was going to attack, but why did they let Cobra like dig in and bury their tanks around the thing? Why did the spaceship have to raise up out of the ground in the first place? There are a lot of like logical sort of things that you could ask questions about, but I prefer to focus on the fact that they've got like water robots those things were awesome. I think that the storyline that I'm most excited about actually is the Shipwreck and Snake Eyes story, because it's a very small cutaway of these two guys, and I love this, like, already them like pretending to be Cobra troops and like on the subway. Come on, that's great. The Fatal Fluffies up on the space station with Zartan. I don't know. That seems a little silly to me. Why, if you have these cool creatures, they're like deadly, you know, half robot, half whatever monsters that breathe fire with horns and stuff. Why are they firing guns? Why didn't you just make them monsters? They could be like attacking like bears or something. That would be cool. And then the third group, of course, is Flint and Lady J, and how are they going to sort of reconnoiter, put all the rest of the pieces of the Joes back together, and launch a counteroffensive against Cobra. Presumably, they'll be racing against the clock to try and stop Cobra from setting up the cubes that will initiate the Pyramid of Darkness. Okay, that's enough talk. There's a lot going on in the show. There are a lot of moving parts. But let's see what happens with the next episode as we jump into that. Okay?
Now, back to G.I. Joe.
Okay, my friends, it is time. Let's jump into episode 2 of the Pyramid of Darkness. Sorry, my cat's back there. This is Rendezvous in the City of the Dead. How cool is that, right? What a great title. All right, let's do it.
Yo, Joe! He'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe.
So cool. Such a cool opening.
G.I. Joe is there. It's G.I. Joe against Cobra the enemy, fighting to save the day. He never gives up.
Yeah, that'd
He's
work,
always
sure.
there, fighting for freedom over land and air. G.I. Joe.
Man, you love those sharks, eh?
G.I. Joe is the code name for America's daring, highly trained special mission force. Its purpose, to defend human freedom against
Airtight?
Cobra,
Lowlight? No,
a
it's not
ruthless
Lowlight, it's
terrorist
Airtight, right? Is that his name?
Determined to rule the world.
He never gives up, he'll stay till the fight's won. G.I. Joe will dare. G.I. Joe.
Out of the fire. So cool. Nice. Oh, they're in trouble. They're in real trouble.
Intruder must be exterminated. Exterminated. Exterminated.
Cobra Commander, the Great Snake rules forever. Wrong. Hail Cobra Commander, the Great Snake rules forever. Hail Cobra Commander, the Great Snake rules forever.
Hail Cobra Commander! The Great Snake rules forever! Cobra Commander! The Great Snake rules forever!
Oh, Polly did it.
Enter and get to work.
All right.
Have a nice day.
Attention loyal Cobra 13 workers. Control Cube 1 is completed and
Okay, hold on. I just want to say, for the record, I'm not a massive fan of Polly. That is probably, my guess is that's going to be the only time Polly is actually useful. But we'll see. Are there any fans of Polly out there? You let me know down below if and why you like Polly the parrot. It's just like a regular day in working for Cobra, you know? That sort of stuff fascinates me. All right, let's keep it going.
is now being readied for delivery. Finish remaining cubes with renewed vigor.
Pearl, keep headquarters in touch.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
What are we doing? Well, that's a heck of
Yeah,
a
get to
question.
work.
You know what we're doing?
You're supposed to be earning your pay, Snakeling. Now get to work.
Work. Oh, aye, sir. Right, sir. Work.
Thanks for letting us establish temporary headquarters on your carrier, Admiral Ledger.
Temporary is a word to remember, Flint.
I run a tight ship, and that doesn't leave much room for visitors.
Is this
even when they're
a
friendly,
flag?
But especially when they're female.
Women aren't bad luck at sea, Admiral. That's just an old Navy superstition.
Old Navy is just what I am, ma'am. I've been at sea so long, whales ask me for directions.
But you need a rim shot when someone gives a joke as dad as that.
Beeper belongs to Shipwreck.
All right, he escaped the water robots.
I'll punch up a close shot.
Destro. Shipwreck must have tagged his operation.
Projecting Destro's flight coordinates shows him touching down at a cute volcanic vacation spot known as the Devil's Playground. But that's no place for a lady, Flint.
She's a Joe, man. Come on.
Surveillance aboard the carrier.
And I'm sure you'll pick the right man for the job.
Do you think that by the end of the episode, Lady J will have proved to this admiral that she's got what it takes to be a Joe? I hope so. Come on, guys. This is the 80s. We gotta fight against sexism.
She's not just a lady, Admiral Ledger. She's my teammate. Yo, Joe!
Oh, honestly, I thought he was about to deck it. Admiral Ledger? Is that the admiral who has with the flag on the USS Flag? The fatal fluffies are back.
Don't figure, Dusty. Why ain't Zartan blasting more Joe positions on Earth instead of working us like slaves in zero gravity? All right already.
We've got to get into the control room, find out what's going on
I love
here,
that
and then get
Junkyard
word
knows
back
what to do.
Earth.
Lots of luck. First, you gotta get past those scuzzy fuzzies.
Scuzzy fuzzies.
Then there's those knuckle-headed dreadnoughts. Man, even old Junkyard would have trouble slipping through all the security.
I didn't say it'd be easy, Mutt. Wait a minute. I got an idea.
Let me warn the others.
There's a lot of random green shirts in
Give me
this.
2 minutes, then throw the lever back to 0 G.
Okay, get crazy.
No more! No more! Get back to work! I can't say you know.
What a distraction.
I need gravity!
What's he doing? I thought he was going to turn gravity up higher than 1.
Stop the prisoner! He's escaping!
Oh, wait, how big is this station?
Hey, lighten up, you guys!
He's reached the control room level! Come on, we'll go down the utility ramp!
Back to work!
Yes, sir.
No!
Gravity again?
Look out below!
The Pyramid of Darkness is nearing completion, Zartan. 2 more parties have left with control cubes.
Oh, they're all ready to go.
Dusty!
Let me rest in gravity!
Seize the prisoner! You miserable slave driver! Can't stop! Stand aside!
You knuckleheads.
That should be enough gravity to satisfy you for quite a while.
Cobra must be up to something big.
Take the prisoner and your wretched selves out of here at once!
Luke, are you okay? Dusty, get a message back to...
Careful! We must not damage the cube!
Nice. Destro on the claw? That's tight.
Horizontal alignment has been verified. Commence implantation. 3.09 units down on vertical axis. Slowly, slowly.
Was that molten hot lava? the comedy gold. Destro just polished his face with a sander. Oh, classic. I was gonna say, again, we're setting up these great locations that'll drive the action, right? So here we've got like a volcanic expanse, and then I think I saw an Arctic one. At least one of the other cubes was headed for, but it was just that quick shot before. But it's great because the set pieces, that's what it's called. That's the word I was looking for. These set pieces help really frame really dynamic action. It's great. It's so good. Definitely looking forward to seeing what happens.
Cube position.
Is it the Joes?
One cube down the tube. Nothing must interfere with cube placement. Cobra!
Do they just need to place the cube though, and then they can like take off, or they need to defend it?
All right, we'll just have to go in from the side door.
Interesting.
Pink is your color.
Don't laugh.
Oh, I guess it's not lava.
I don't know what that cube does, but we've got to take it apart before it does it.
Wait, so what is the pink stuff then?
Crazy about the way things are going. We gotta scoop the story on those cubes and get traveling. Hold it. The chief engineer's office.
I think everyone knows the story on the cubes, guys.
Pay dirt. This'll take a little finesse.
Finesse? Yeah, finesse.
Batten down your bilge, Polly. We got work to do.
Oh.
Bingo! That laser disc programs the assembly line. Everything headquarters
High
needs to
technology.
know about those
It's a laser
cubes is
disc.
on this.
Okay, turn around, nice and slow.
Good going, Timber. Okay, you too, Polly.
You too, Polly. I
And
guess.
Speaking of going, we're gone.
Classic. It's one of those pump cars, right? Nice. Meanwhile, in space.
I don't know, Dusty. I mean, the fact you used to repair refrigerators doesn't make you an electronics expert.
I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I know enough to put this circuit jumper across those communications cables.
And then anything Zartan picks up on his monitor will be broadcast out on Joe frequency?
That's the idea. But first, we need a diversion.
I buy it.
I hope this cable has enough voltage.
I'm sure it'll spark some interest.
You bad!
They're as dumb as they are ugly.
What? No, 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 no!
I don't understand what these fatal fluffies are, actually. I think they're weird, cool monsters, but like, what is going on?
Okay, Dusty, do your stuff.
I like that we're spending some time with Dusty and Junkyard and Mutt. And remember, Junkyard and Mutt were just introduced in Revenge of Cobra, right? So we're spending time with the new characters. Again, we've put Duke and Scarlet, and I haven't even seen Stalker. Some of those classic characters that we know from the Mass Device storyline, they're all in the background. It would be nice to see what else is happening.
Now, back to G.I.Joe.
They can only do so much. Oh, beauty.
Really gonna do it?
You bet. Probably. I hope.
Interesting.
The Crimson Twins will soon reach the City of the Dead without interference from GIJoe. The cube should be in place shortly.
Ooh, the City of the
I'm
Dead.
picking up something on Joe frequency
Right, that's the
from
title,
Space
right?
Station Delta.
Major Blood is on schedule for arrival at the Mountain of Glass, Sartan. There remains but one last link to complete my master plan.
Cobra's got the Delta Station. They're planting cubes throughout creation. If we don't start retaliation, we're sunk, and that's no bunk.
Roadblock's Hold on, crew. Roadblock said retaliation, didn't he? Said yeah. Well, that's just what we're gonna do. Retaliate!
Okay.
You know,
I guess.
I think Admiral Ledger showed exceptional judgment in assigning us to head this cube-chasing detachment. You and I are a uniquely capable combination, don't you think?
Like mix no never mind to me, Airtight. I'll just mellow out until we hit the
Airtight.
City of the Dead.
Airtight and
I'm gonna use
Footloose.
this time to double-check my computations on fuel consumption. 9.2 times 5.0.
You, button your lip and fly this ship. And you, on your toes or I'll mash your nose. You two dingbats never headed a mission before. Well, that's why Admiral Ledger put me in charge. So shape up now, or this goes pow.
Right, Roadblock.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
We're on our way.
Major Blood's heading for that charming frozen confection. That jagged ice peak called the Mountain of Glass. And we're gonna climb it, Bazook, hand over hand, dangling in space, thousands of feet in the air. Ain't that exciting?
No, sickening.
Why you say that?
Falling.
Oh, well, don't worry, we won't do that part.
I just want to. Sorry to interrupt again. I know, but I love these little groups that break off from the Joes that form their own little like these guys are on this mission, these guys are on that mission, and now we get a real chance. We're gonna see Alpine and Bazooka. They're going after Major Blood and the Mountain of Glass. Meanwhile, Airtight and Footloose and Roadblock, that guy, what a card. They're off to, I don't know what the third one. I can't remember where that is. We've got a lot of the new players now in motion here. These little subgroups. It's always cool to see. But like our Alpine and Bazooka, they're going to be backed up hopefully by some more people because like it can't just be them, right?
This thing's got auxiliary power, but we can't risk the noise until we're farther out. Timber, help Snake Eyes pump while I start the engine.
Timber.
Catch! Come on, you rust-covered barnacle!
Oh, snap!
Thanks, Timber. I owe you a big one.
They actually gave Timber something to do here.
On our track, reptiles. Take Route F and intercept them at Junction 7.
Look at that. It's like the, what are they called in the gummy bears? the things. You know what I'm talking about. Time to bail out, guys.
10,000 gold fang shillings to the trooper who brings them
Gold fang shillings. Glad they were all wearing jetpacks as well. Bad traps. It's a Cobra branded jetpack, guys.
You antique metal meatball!
Oh, the comedy.
down! Increase thrust!
Switch ahead! Time to part company, Snake Eyes!
Oh, what a move! That's it. Get wrecked.
Alright, we did it!
They're just too good. Wait, did they have guns the whole time? Is that plausible? Believability is my biggest concern here, guys.
I've been underground so long, I feel like a toadstool. Let's stash these uniforms where they belong.
They were under Empire City, right?
Great. We just went from the sewer up to the toilet.
This is like...
I have them. They're moving into the civilian sector.
Who's that guy?
Maintain fire until cube placement has been verified.
Looks like New York in the 70s, you know?
570. Vertical.
I guess the 80s.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Ooh. It looks like lava. What? It's just pink water? Is it mud? I'm so confused. Okay, that's it for Rendezvous in the City of the Dead. Why was it called Rendezvous in the City of the Dead? They haven't arrived in the City of the Dead yet, have they? No, that's definitely coming in the next episode. This should have been Rendezvous in the Devil's Playground. It's a little odd the way they titled that episode, but that's okay. So, I love that we have like lots of pieces in play now, right? You've got Roadblock with Footloose and Airtight, two new characters. I don't think we've seen anything really from them yet in the show. So exciting to see how that plays out. We've got Alpine and Bazooka heading off to the ice caps, the mountain of glass. We've got Snake Eyes and Shipwreck, along with Timber and Polly, in like some urban slums or whatever. But I loved them underground in the in the Cobra underground base. I thought that was awesome. And then of course you have Dusty and Mutt and Junkyard up in space. Interesting, the characters, and then of course, you know, Flint and Lady J doing their thing. Interesting to see the characters we're focusing on here. A lot of the new characters are getting the chance to shine. I like one that we're breaking off into these small little like units to go after. Like these three guys are on a mission here. These four guys are on a mission there. So remember, there was like 10 like named Joes up in space who were all captured. But like we didn't even see Scarlet. When we had the wide shots, all we saw were a bunch of green shirts. So that was kind of interesting. I'm interested to see like are any of the other named characters going to come and back up Alpine and Bazooka, or are we just going to have some weird like just them, which is a bit odd if it's just them, right? I like that we're splitting up into these small groups to be able to spotlight on specific characters. But part of the fun of the large cast of GIJoe is that you get to see, even if they don't have like a speaking part, you know, maybe my favorite character is just in the background. And at least you can sort of like, they were there. They were part of this. They were part of that adventure. I definitely don't understand the Devil's Playground. Is it? It looks like lava, but clearly it's not because Flint and Lady J are like currently drowning in it. So we'll see. We will see. I don't think they took the right approach with the Fatal Fluffies. Are they beasts or are they like sentient? I don't know what they are, like cyborgs or something. They're like part organic, part robot. It's a little unclear. Do they use guns? They speak, even if they're not super intelligent. But then also they breathe fire and they've got these horns and they're big brutes. Like, I would have preferred if they went one way or the other. I think the mindless monsters would have been the way to go. The character design is really cool on the Fatal Fluffies. But like, if they had just been actual like bulls, you know, bulls in space, that would have been kind of cool. Anyway, I'm excited to see where this goes. Looking forward to the next episode. The next one is called 3 Cubes of Darkness. So are we going to be following all 3 of the cube sort of attack storylines at once? Let's jump into the next episode and see what happens next. It's a lot going on. A lot of moving parts. I think we can track it.
Now, back to G.I.Joe.
Let's keep it going with the 3rd episode of The Pyramid of Darkness. This is actually, I thought it was 3 Cubes of Darkness. It's called 3 Cubes to Darkness. Very exciting. Let's check it out. Was that, barbecue? The Baroness. Has the Baroness even been in the show yet?
G.I.Joe is there. It's G.I.Joe against Cobra, the enemy, fighting to save the day.
A lot going on in this intro.
He never gives up. He's always there, fighting for freedom over land and air. G.I.Joe. G.I.Joe is there.
G.I.Joe is the
And then
codename
so
for
interesting
America's
that they
daring, highly
use
trained special
this
mission
older
force.
footage
Its
in
purpose
this new
to
intro.
defend human freedom against Cobra, a ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule the world.
He never gives up. He'll stay till the fight's won. G.I.Joe will dare. G.I.Joe.
Joes are all good. Look at that Duke's in the background. Okay. 3 Cubes to Darkness.
Maintain cover fire.
So Cobra fires blue, Joe's fire red.
Into position.
Got it.
And no force on Earth can dislodge it.
Oh, they're done for.
What we got here is a semi-standoff. Only Destro can do what he wants, and we can't do diddly. We can't even get to Flint and Lady J. And if that mud doesn't boil them, they'll surely and purely drown.
Oh, it's boiling mud. What's that technology?
It's good to breathe again, even if the quarters are a little cramped.
I don't know. I think it's rather cozy for a bubble.
So, where do we go from here? Not us personally, I mean the mission.
Why, to the top, naturally.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it. The tension. The sexual tension here is great.
Magnificent.
Destro's still at it, but this time we might have a shot at him.
I'm not sure how that technology worked. Wow, Empire City's got some real crime-ridden streets, huh?
I'm not exactly loving this either.
I know that this is like a dangerous neighborhood and whatever, but like seeing a man walk down the street dressed all in black with literally grenades strapped to his chest, does that not set off some like red flags? Even to like, you know, the hooligans and ruffians who prowl the darkened streets of Empire City at night. Is it Empire or Enterprise? I keep forgetting.
Your beak ship, but we don't have a lot of options.
I mean, why don't we just get a drink?
That looks like a nice place to get something to eat, like maybe a broken leg of lamb.
I don't get it.
Nice quiet place.
Proud to present
Spread out.
Scintillating star, the one, the only.
I hope it's Dazzler.
Seven.
What was her name? 7? It is Dazzler. Oh my god.
Cobra that got away changed my life one rainy day. On our first rendezvous, we held hands.
Oh, he's in
and
love.
I heard him say, if you want a romance from me, you're barking up the wrong tree. 'cause Destro has the first call on my
song
life.
ends, grab him.
Time and when he shouts, Cobra fight, I'll go by
This is a bop, guys.
go by night. Stuck me with the bill, but I think of him still.
They're coming for you. Stick close to me.
Okay. Meanwhile, the Rockettes come on stage. Okay. But why? Yo, Snake Eyes is breakdancing! That's epic.
Unbelievable. Go, baby, go.
Yo, he's really good.
Come on, come on.
That's incredible. That's so 80s. It's amazing.
To you, Destro, because I expected you to be quick about it. But all I've received are excuses.
No longer, my esteemed Cobra Commander. The cube is locked into position.
Watch out behind you.
Here's some loose ends to tie you up, Destro.
Okay.
This mine should do the trick.
Oh, it's not gonna do the trick,
What?
though.
You must forgive me for being an ungracious host, but the control cube will entertain you in my absence. Cobra!
Did they leave it
All right,
TV?
here comes the cavalry.
Whatever. It's silly. Is that tank?
Take him!
One more time.
Kick.
Go, get out of here.
Classic.
After them!
Hey, I can't see nothing.
I can't cover the exits and the basement. They must be.
Hold on, sorry. It's so chock full of like cardboardy kind of tropes, but it's so good too, right? Do you appreciate it as much as I do? The 80s-ness of all of this, rich, dripping with this kind of nostalgia to it. Like all of these characters are like fit into these amazing stereotypes that are just like, it's delicious. It's deliciously rich, this show. It's so good.
Here somewhere.
All the world's a stage. William Shakespeare. What?
Shut up,
Polly.
Bird brain.
Yeah.
Shipwreck Delgado.
Over there.
In here.
Ooh, she's got a secret exit.
Okay, now comes the hard part. You're gonna have to trust me.
Is she gonna put them in drag? I hope she is. Okay, now we get the rendezvous at the City of the Dead.
The ancient guardians of the City of the Dead. We must not awaken them from their eternal slumber. We'll let the Joes do that for us.
Yo, Joe, and here we go. This place looks weird, and that's a fact. What are you getting there, Tight?
Radioactive and metallic interference from mineral deposits make it impossible to tell if Cobra's already here or on the way.
Well, we can't just sit down and send out for pizza. If that cube's here, we gotta find it. Yo, Joe.
But keep it quiet. You don't want to wake up the like terracotta warriors.
The Joes have unwittingly activated the ancient guardians. And
Huh.
when they have destroyed G.I.Joe for us, we shall plant our cube and be gone.
Not to harp on this, but do you guys remember in The Revenge of Cobra episode 3 when they were at the temple, right? And then almost this exact same thing happened. That was literally my favorite scene in the entire Revenge of Cobra. So I'm more than happy to see it again, but will the Joes have a giant robot to stop them? Or I guess in the last one it was a Cobra robot, but still. Cool. Just cool.
GIJoe will return after these messages.
It blends this
Now,
fantasy
back to
with the action so well.
Align the control cube and raise it into position. 255.7 vertical.
They need to be precise. Huh.
Excellent. Now secure it swiftly.
Look at those snow troopers. Cool. Oh, they got cats now. Vehicles. Nice.
Up there, one of the
Did they bring
Cobra
Snowjob
cubes.
with them?
But how are we gonna get up there before Major Blood rains down on our parade? Strategy? Now you're talking, Bazook. I may even quote you in my memoirs.
Strategy. Okay.
Let's send the guys up this way. Then you and I could climb up the flip face of this mountain and take them from behind. Uh-oh.
It's the Joes. They must not interfere with our work. Cobra!
Once again,
Of course, your burning question is,
The
how can our
worst.
guys get up
Major
that ice
Blood
wall, correct?
is the
Right. Brilliant analysis. Fortunately, I happen to have an equally brilliant solution. Yodel? You got it, the good old Alpine yodel. Yodel, look out, yeah. Oh, yodel, oh, yeah. Yodel, oh.
he's so strategic with his yodeling. Oh man, that's great.
Yo, Joe! Take him over the crevasse, toll booth. Bazooka and I will rendezvous with you from the other
Toll
side.
Oh, he runs
Piece of cake
the bridge
for the
layer.
bridge layer.
Right. I gotta say, that's kind of a dumb toy. Seriously. Did anyone like that toy? Where's Snowjob? Where's Snowjob?
Defend the cube at all costs. Cobra!
Whatever.
All right, where are they?
A gentleman would knock before entering a lady's dressing room.
Cool it, sister. Where are those guys you were dancing with?
How should I know, you maxi jerk? I've got enough problems entertaining this
Maxi jerk.
sleazebag audience without having to answer a bunch of stupid questions from the likes of you.
But we think those men are agents of GIJoe.
Then go catch 'em, you klutz. Now get out of here, or I'll report you to my biggest fan. He buys
Destro?
all my records.
Oh, Cobra Commander.
A thousand apologies, Miss Satin. Please say hello to the Cobra Commander next time he's in to see the show. Tell him Colonel Slash sends his regards.
Ooh, Colonel
Get out,
Slash.
That's Slash!
Get out!
Huh.
Thank you!
Okay, you guys can come out now.
There's no biz like showbiz.
Now all we gotta do is get you out of here before they get suspicious and come back.
Oh.
You heard the lady, Snake Eyes. Here, you take the dress.
She is putting them in drag. I mean, come on. That had to happen, right?
What? Up there! More Joes!
We gotta go for it now. Yo, Joe!
Now, fire the bazooka. Uh-oh. Oh, they're dead. Buried in an avalanche. What a way to go.
GIJoe will return after these messages. Now, back to GIJoe.
Okay.
I don't want to seem primitive or superstitious, but I have this disturbing feeling.
Yeah, tell me, dude. It's like when you're surfing and you just know this killer wave is sneaking up behind you, ready to wipe you out.
You guys are getting on my nerves with all that fear talk. Nothing to be afraid of. Let's lay these ceramic suckers out.
I gotta say, as a Xennial, real quick. I'm sorry. But real quick, I just want to say, as a Xennial, having watched like a lot of Vietnam movies, Footloose, come on, right? He's like every second guy in a Nam film, right? Probably based on what's his name, Lance from Apocalypse Now, mostly, but 100%, he's right out of Nam. Oh, gotta love the stereotypes. Okay, sorry. Back to the action.
Now that the Joes are preoccupied, we are free to position our control cube. Without interference.
Oh, Crimson Twins. Crimson Twins are the best, right? They're the actually smart and capable.
6 vertical mark. Zaymut, Tomax.
Does he have a lightsaber? What is that? Oh, it's actual skeletons. Okay.
We're in big trouble.
What'll we do? Yeah, like what?
This way.
You gotta use it. Yeah, I get it.
2 points.
Roadblock, Footloose. Now we got double trouble.
Well, we're just gonna have to take them one at a time.
Take out the skeleton soldiers.
Tomax, watch out!
The Joes are helping you guys. Come on.
Strike! Zaymut, activate the control cube before it's too late. Right. I'll handle this buffoon.
Hey, check that out. Each twin feels what happens to the other.
Right. You just gotta push the button.
You may have one of us, but you have lost.
What's happening?
He's energized the cube.
Oh.
What's going on, Dusty? This place is vibrating like a $50 milkshake.
And they like it, so it can't be good.
Did Destro turn on the cube at the Devil's Playground?
It marks the beginning of your end.
It's completing the cube energy circuit.
Oh. What is that? Like dark energy? Ooh, cool.
Darkness. Get back.
Must be a way to escape. We've got to. Huh?
Oh, and it's just turning on
Crazy.
its own. Okay.
We got to get to that cube before we can start digging for Alpine and Bazooka.
Everyone's favorite toll booth is gonna save the day.
Man, now I know how frozen pizza feels. Hoo-wee. Hey, you hear me, Bazook? Barely.
Oh, they're fine.
But stop playing
Don't worry about it.
groundhog, buddy. We have a mission to complete. Ouch. What's the matter, good buddy? Leg hurts. When you stand or when you move? Both. Well, then you'll just have to use the Alpine taxi service. Come on, get on my back.
Oh, what a guy. What a guy.
So our enemies survived the avalanche. We must now ensure an end to their good fortune.
As you command, Storm Shadow.
The elements shall see to your destiny, GIJoe. The cold and the icy sea will be far kinder to you than Cobra. Farewell!
They're still terrible
If
shots.
those waves hit
They
us,
could have
we'll be
just shot them and
flash
killed
frozen
them.
Before you can set TV dinner. Uh-oh, leopard seals. If you're gonna get talky
From
on
bad
me,
to
I wish you'd
worse.
find something good to report. Oh no, my weapon froze. Speaking of TV dinners, let's make a sincere attempt not to be these critters' main course.
That's where we end? All right, that's it for episode 3, The 3 Cubes to Darkness. Although, again, kind of a mistitling, right? Because they only actually activated 2 of the cubes. I think that's a solid. Like, I wanted to keep going. I don't want to belabor it because I want to keep going because, you know, this is all good stuff all around. But let's just quickly talk about what transpired here. So, okay, we got Flint and Lady J. That romance, it's building. Will they? Won't they? Who can say? I like all of the action is great. Cutting back and forth. Maybe there's, I don't want to say too many storylines happening here, but there is a lot going on, and maybe in reality it makes sense that like all of the things would be happening at once. At least they didn't give us too much of the space station stuff this time, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot to track. See, there's so many. I forgot one. Shipwreck and Snake Eyes with Satin in the slums of Empire City. I actually really like that storyline. Let's move on to the next episode. What's the next episode called? Does anyone know the name of the next episode? The next episode is called Chaos in the Sea of Lost Souls. Tight. They got a real handle on this naming of cool places, right? So I think we're going to do another underwater storyline here. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Maybe we're going to introduce Deep Six finally into the show. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, guys, let's jump into episode 4 of the Pyramid of Darkness.
Now back to GIJoe.
It's time. Episode 4. Chaos in the Sea of Lost Souls. What a title. What a title, huh? Ah, so good. Let's give it a shot. And the Pyramid of Darkness continues. So 2 of the cubes are activated now. And I assume the 3rd one is getting activated, the one in the Arctic, right? So cool.
GIJoe is the code name for America's daring, highly trained special mission force. Its purpose, to defend human freedom against Cobra, a ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule the world.
He never gives up, he'll stay till the fight's won. GIJoe will dare.
GIJoe, American hero. GIJoe. Ba, 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 ba.
Let's rock the boat.
Hey, no animal cruelty here, guys. Come on. Oh no.
Row to shore. Look.
Hey, it's Quick Kick. Dude, you gotta get a jacket, man.
Pilgrim. You shall learn a harsh lesson. You were saying, teacher?
This is a better team, a better face-off, right? Quick Kick versus Storm Shadow, for sure.
Don't know the dude, Bazook, but he's got a winning personality.
Sorry, was Quick Kick not on the team? What a shot! He's so freaking tough. He doesn't. What? You took out Storm Shadow like that? Is this an introduction to Quick Kick? I swear he was in the first episode when they destroyed the GIJoe headquarters, right? I'm not wrong, am I?
Stranger. In the feet.
Good thing I did that reeling in the ice flow stunt before. It was in a Robert Redford picture, but neither of you is as pretty as he is.
Beauty isn't our strong suit, but fighting Cobra is. And you're our kind of snake stomper.
Right.
Will you stop jabbering so I can sneak a word in? What's your name in your game, my man?
The name's Quick Kick. I'm a movie stuntman up here filming a commercial for frozen fudgy bars.
Excellent, excellent. The control cube is ready. Cobra!
I just want to smack Major Blood every time I see him on screen.
Major Blood's activated the cube.
Oh, the flashing is too much.
All right, now we get the 3 cubes of darkness.
Now's our chance. Come on. Hitching rides can be hazardous to our health, but hanging around here would be fatal.
All right.
Goodbye, G.I.Joe. Your failure has been most gratifying.
So they just left the rest of the Joes there?
Say what? Fudgies.
You mean the candy bars I was plugging?
Uh-huh. Got any?
Frozen fudgies, what a treat. Lots of chocolate, really sweet. Full of taffy, raisin, and nuts. They'll melt in your mouth and turn to lead in your guts.
Mmm, gross.
Good.
Mmm, gross. I'm fine.
Thanks to Roadblock, we've got a prisoner.
Oh, look, there's Scarlet.
Let me read him his rights first. Here's one right, and here's the other. Now talk to the man.
Yes, I will speak. The answer is on this insignia. Look closely.
No, don't! Condition red. Tomax has escaped.
There, in the rigging.
He's so good.
Break out the rocket belts.
Rocket belts? What's a rocket belt?
But I'll drop you each a line.
Man. Everyone's so freaking cool in this show. I love it. Am I like overly excited? Maybe. Yes, maybe. But it's true, everyone is so freaking cool in this show.
A few loose ends. Why don't you two tie down that twin termite?
I'm on my way, Lady J.
Let's play.
Okay, he's a total acrobat, right? Oh, snap.
Ah, I'm falling! I'm falling!
What hysterical idiocy is this, Zabot? Your feet are firmly on the ground.
Oh. A safe landing.
Zaymot is reacting to the experience of his twin Tomax.
By treating Tomax roughly, G.I.Joe has enabled me to feel my brother's whereabouts.
Really?
There, in the location earmarked for the 4th and final control cube, the Sea of Lost Souls. I wish to rescue him immediately. One thing more. You must not activate the 4th cube until I have escaped from the G.I.Joe stronghold with Tomax.
You have my word, dear Zabot. I wish you every success. Cobra!
Oh, Cobra!
Destro, you and
Oh,
the
these
Baroness
guys.
shall activate the 4th cube the instant it has been positioned.
But the Pyramid of Darkness?
We'll doom Tomax and his brother to the same fate as G.I.Joe.
Well, leaving us with 2 fewer partners with whom to share the Earth. A perfect plan, my beloved.
Sorry, it's not gonna
Cobra
kill
partner.
people, it's just stops technology from working, right? Also, what about the Southern Hemisphere? It's not covering any of that. The Australians will save us.
Raise the gate, honey. We're late for a gig.
Save the sweet talk, lady. Nobody gets by us without righteous ID. Now let's see your letter of transit or
Righteous
prepare for air conditioning. Oh.
Hey, entertainers don't need a special pass. We're doing a performance at Cobra Temple for Destro and the Cobra Commander, and if we're late, you'd better buy insurance.
Entertainers, huh? Okay in there. It's showtime, and you better be good.
like Cobra's able to like in the open just hold down an entire city.
Agitation, friend, that's your scene. Gyration, syncopation, animation, or imagination. Do not provoke my irritation, but agitation, yuck, with a capital bar.
He's a.
Let's amuse the man.
What an actor! What an actor!
Soothe the savage beast.
Oh my god. I love that Paulie has a disguise too. Yes, and Timber, of course. Which is Timber wearing a rat's tail? So Shipwreck really knows how to play the saxophone.
You mean YAPPING.
Don't get technical. Move.
Drive through another wall, please.
Go, Satin.
Into the sunset, they go.
They're heading for the Sea of Lost Souls. It's been a graveyard for ships for 1,000 years,
Oh.
and I can get us there in less than 2 hours.
By which time they'll have planted the last cube. We've got to get there first and blow them out of the water. Come on, Lady J.
We can't let them go it alone. Get us there in 1 hour max.
Ooh, what's that Cobra ship called? That's cool.
Soon, Brother Tomax, you shall be freed.
Oh, they've already placed the cube. Oh no, they're placing it now.
Guard yourself well, Bistro.
Underwater.
Now align the cube and bring us victory.
Okay, so they're actually together now.
Tin Top!
Huh.
Joe! Give them the venom they deserve!
Destro's going down to the cube! Wait!
Don't worry! I've been in worse dives!
Good luck, Lady J!
Yo, Joe!
Nice, nice, nice. So cool. You're not sending any more Joes down?
Welcome, Lady J. Meet my new robotopus.
A robotopus? Sorry, it's a bit loud, but I love it. There's something about the like sort of comic bookness of all of this, even if it's maybe a little sillier than like the previous ones, which I think this one maybe is, but it feels very like it's like those like live action Ninja Turtles movies. There's no way it makes sense in the real world. Not that like GIJoe has ever been like totally grounded, but I think we're escalating to another level of cartoonishness, I guess, which is fine because it is a cartoon. Oh, hey, she's got one of those same rings that Duke has. How did that work? Whatever.
Now, release the starflies.
Starflies? What are these?
Hey, look at the pretty butterflies.
Oh.
Brother, now that we are reunited, we cannot fail. Quickly, before the Pyramid of Darkness is complete.
Too little, too late.
That's true. So svelte.
You have done it, darling Destro! You have made us invincible!
Okay. Man. So much going on.
The Pyramid of Darkness is complete at last. Now no electrical energy source can function unless I permit it. I hold
Okay,
the
Mr. Burns.
destiny of the world in my hands.
Flint!
What's interesting is that he hasn't actually made any demands of the world yet, right?
Power's gone. Going to crash.
Bail out.
The Pyramid of Darkness may cancel out modern power sources, but it can't stop the Falcon Glider.
You just left Lady J.
Me!
I couldn't if I tried.
Okay, good.
Flint and Lady J reporting for duty, Admiral Ledger.
All right.
Cobra Commander's treachery extends to all our friends, brother.
Stroke! 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 The taste of total victory is sweet, dear Baroness.
Destro brought like a Cobra Viking ship? That's amazing.
Oh, Destromio, how gallant.
Destromio is great, but it's funny to see them actually together now, because I don't think that I think it was just sort of implied that they were like, I don't think that they were actually together in the previous miniseries, were they? Like, I think this is new. Anyway, I think it's good actually that they're together. I think this, like, having romances in this show, I think adds another layer of, I don't know, believability. It's interesting to me. And I think even as a kid, I appreciated it, you know.
We are marooned in the darkness.
I mean...
Not so, Tomax. I made preparations.
Oh, see?
We ride in style.
The time has come
Were
to
those
get
sharks?
a return on our investments.
We must signal our agents aboard Space Station Delta to take control of everything.
Oh, the double cross!
Oh, there it is, gentlemen. The lovely flare we've been waiting for. It's our turn now.
Wait, what? The Dreadnoks?
Any objections, Zartan?
You mercenary traitors!
What?
You'll pay for this!
Wrong, Zartan! Our real employers, Tomax and Zaymot, are the ones who'll be paying.
That's right. They're paying us a fortune to take control of this here space station.
Torch?
You're on your own from here, guys. It was more monkeys than a barrel of laughs or something. Hasta la vista.
Satin, wait! Why don't you come with us and help whip Cobra?
I'd like that, Sailor Man. But I've got my own song to sing. You see, Cobra framed my father for crimes he didn't commit. And Dad never recovered. Well, maybe we'll get together again sometime.
She's explaining it as she's driving away. Her tragic backstory.
Right, Snake Eyes. That laser disc has the inside info on those control cubes.
Oh.
We gotta get it back to headquarters.
She could have been the one, Shipwreck. She could have been the one.
Glorious satisfaction. The Pyramid of Darkness is functional, and when I give my ultimatum to the world, all will grovel.
Hey, Dum Dum, how are they going to be able to see your ultimatum if they don't have if they don't have any access to electronics or technology? No TVs are going to work. Do you ever think of that, smart guy? Sorry. Once again, I want to know the story of that cameraman.
At my feet. I wonder if I should begin with my back to the camera and then turn suddenly, or will
Dramatic?
a simple close-up be more dramatic?
Neither, Cobra Commander.
What?
You are no longer master of this situation. We now control Space Station Delta.
The Pyramid of Darkness.
The whole enchilada.
This is kind of like what happened in Revenge of Cobra when Destro took over, right? Briefly.
I doubt Major Blood's planning to take the shower of a lifetime, so I'm betting something's behind those falls.
Cobra!
Go!
Huh.
Hey, let's make a getaway like the one I did in the martial arts flick Last Jet to Killer Karate College.
Wonderful notion, Quick Kick. Only there's no aircraft within a mile of here. Right, Bazook?
Wrong. Closer.
Like the fella says, and away we go.
Now get away from those controls.
Alpine, help!
Bazooka, come on, you can do it, buddy. Uh-oh.
G-forces can't move. Look out!
Oh, they're in trouble. I think that's the
GIJoe
end.
will return after these
That's the end of the episode. I thought it was a pretty cool episode. I think it was a little bit cleaner this episode than the last one, but these middle episodes, there's a lot of moving parts, and it is a little challenging to always sort of keep track of what's going on. And I guess the cubes that are already set are just set. Like, you know, Cobra retreated. I guess the GIJoe team doesn't have the capabilities to, like, dismantle or remove the cubes once they're activated in some way. We got the end of the Tower of Glass, the Mountain of Glass, I think it was called, cube storyline. The introduction of Quick Kick, even though I am 99% positive that Quick Kick was in the first episode when the Joe base was destroyed in the background, but maybe that was just a continuity error. Good to see him, although as a kid, I loved Quick Kick. I thought he was so funny, and all of the movie references that he makes were, like, hilarious to me. Also, even as a kid, I'd seen, like, a lot of movies, so I got a lot of what he was saying. I don't know if now maybe, is it going to grate on me a little bit? Perhaps. I think I'd like to see Bazooka do a little bit more talking. I didn't know that he was so monosyllabic, but if I recall, he talked more than this. I think that maybe that will change as the series progresses. I like the Snake Eyes and Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow storyline, even if it's very, very silly. The musical numbers in this show. Is that the second or the third musical number in this Pyramid of Darkness sequence? Oh my. And then I guess we get the Chaos in the Sea of the Lost Souls, right? Lady J and Flint, those two. But I do love to see Zamox and Tomax. Those guys, the Crimson Twins, are fascinating and I think really fantastic. Good to see Storm Shadow showing up, but it would be nice to see him doing more. And I would really like to see Storm Shadow versus Quick Kick. I think that's a great matchup that it would be cool to see play out. I don't think we're going to get it, though. I think that all we got from Storm Shadow is all we're going to get. So, oh well. One more episode to go. Let's see what the title is. The next episode is Knotting Cobra's Coils. Very exciting. Let's just jump right into it.
Now, back to GIJoe.
Okay, I hope you're ready to begin knotting Cobra's Coils. It is Season 1, Episode 5, GIJoe Real American Hero, The Pyramid of Darkness. Conclusion. The epic ending to the story we've all been waiting for. Let's see it.
Joe! He'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. GIJoe is there. GIJoe.
That's better.
GIJoe is there. It's GIJoe against Cobra, the enemy.
Fighting to save the day. Sorry, I love it. I love it so much.
He's
always there, fighting for freedom over land and air. Roadblock. Just tossing Destro into the Dreadnoks. I'm shocked, by the way, that the Dreadnoks have turned on Zartan. I don't know how they're getting away with that one.
Human freedom against Cobra, a ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule the world.
He never gives up, he'll stay till the fight's won. GIJoe is there. GIJoe, American hero.
Oh, so much goodness. So much goodness here. Right. They'll learn how to maybe shut it down because of what's the information on the laserdisc.
Too hard to move. Bazooka!
Bazooka, it's all up to you, buddy. Look at him go. Good work, dude. Come on, Quick Kick. Does Quick Kick wear shirts ever? He does, right? He does.
Great stunt work, stuntman. Joe headquarters. Let's move it.
Without the juice, it's no use. Huh?
Citizens of Earth, we We have diminished the pyramid's power enough to address you now.
Stick your head in a bucket and rust your face off.
Oh, they're literally answering the question I had.
Our ultimatum. Your new supreme leaders, the Crimson Twins.
All governments must surrender to us
And Cobra by the end of the day
or we shall intensify the strength.
of the Pyramid of Darkness.
Looks like Cobra Commander's having a little power failure of his own.
Got less than 7 hours.
What's that noise?
Sounds like my Pepe's ranch at feeding time. Open the door.
Look at all these Joes here. These are all like,
Welcome.
what an interesting group of Joes.
We're saved, guys. It's the Cow Cavalry.
Why are they riding cows?
We thought you were done for. If you had to play cowboys and cobras, couldn't you have done it on horses?
Look, cover girl's
Very
got a shot.
hilarious.
She's in the frame.
When we hit the Pyramid of Darkness, we had to
Don't give her a line,
improvise.
guys. Don't give her a
Do us
line.
a favor, Wild Bill. Milk our ponies and bring us a glass.
Huh? I'll get you both a drink if you got something for us.
We got a laser disc from a Cobra factory.
How do you play a laser disc with candle power?
All
Good
life
point,
forms
Gung-Ho.
will
Good
perish. You have only until the end of this day to respond.
Yeah! Bravo! Bravo! It's even better in rerun! Wanna see it again?
Under no circumstances.
You don't seem so confident without your precious whistle. Take him away!
Yeah.
This junkyard.
Come on, Junkyard. You can do it. Nice.
Good boy, Junk.
Get that whistle!
No. It'll stop them. It's working. Oh. Once again, they turn into little Mogwai. What are these creatures? Makes no sense.
Don't do this! It was all Zartan's
Oh,
fault!
Scarlet? Was Scarlet on?
We was always nice to you, wasn't we?
Way to go, guys. Now let's put some yo back in Joe.
I think there's some inconsistencies as to who is where in terms of the background Joes. Oh, they're turning it off. Sorry, guys, no more Pyramid of Darkness for you.
I don't think I'm gonna love this part of the picture.
We're losing power!
Calamity most foul!
Calamity most foul.
No! Your selfish bungling has permitted the Joes to undo my exquisite Pyramid of Darkness! You twin twats!
Actually, I guess it is true. It was their fault, wasn't it?
Come in, Destro, come in!
Whoa!
Stop, Destro! I see you both clearly, and I am stunned!
She had something in her eye.
Totally busted!
Stop going gaga and establish a low-altitude Pyramid of Darkness at once!
As you order, leader. Cobra!
Excellency, we must also take precautions to guard Cobra Temple from a sneak attack.
Now that we've got power,
Alpine and Alpine
let's
and
hope
Bazooka
it's a hit.
and Quick Kick, right?
I'll patch the computer's image
They know where it
directly
is.
to you, Flint.
They know where the
Plans and
Cobra base
structural
is.
elevations of robotic self-defense mechanisms.
Self-destruct relay transmitter.
Self-destruct mechanisms.
Self-destruct mechanism.
Bingo! It's in Cobra Temple.
Now all we gotta do is find that House of Serpents before it's too late.
Admiral Ledger, Cobra's rebuilt the Pyramid of Darkness.
But just from a mountain, not from space, huh?
This low altitude
Interesting.
Pyramid of Darkness will give us the time we need to destroy G.I. Joe. Hold on!
A Cobra copter.
Sorry to drop in unannounced, but we just happened to fall by the neighborhood.
Well, don't keep us in suspense, Alpine. Why'd you treat us to this open house, and who's the barefoot stranger?
Introducing star of stage, screen, and a regular on the Gang Show. Quick kick, stuntman extraordinaire.
Let me give him a quick update. I met these two guys on the Mountain of Glass. They were in real hot water out there in the cold, but I shoot away some leopard seals, and we hitched a ride with Major Blood to Cobra Temple under the falls, but we...
Hold it. Rewind that part about the Cobra Temple.
I said Major Blood gave
He's
us a
so
ride
silly.
to Cobra Temple, but
He's so silly.
You know where Cobra Temple is?
Sure, doesn't everybody?
This is the info we've been waiting for.
The darkness isn't holding.
Then get on the horn and see if you can contact Flint. There's a crack in the Cobra curtain, and we're going through. Let's move out!
Yo, Joe! I just want to go with them. I just want to go with them.
GIJoe, but how?
Oh, that's
Take
impossible.
defensive positions and fight the enemy to oblivion. Unleash the Cobra Dragon and terminate the Joes!
What's the Cobra Dragon? That big gun? Maybe?
Heat stroke.
Heat
No
stroke?
strength. Got to fight.
Huh.
Fight. Got to.
We've won!
Is it odd that they're not like continuing the sort of theme of like no power? That you would think that would be like from a narrative perspective how you would want to go with the final battle, right? And maybe they have to face each other like mano a mano, just throwing fists. But I guess this works too. I don't know.
Any suggestions? Yodel? You gotta be kidding.
Wait, I got an idea. Now yodel!
This is ridiculous.
What? Why yodel?
Come on, let's try it.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Look out!
That was very convenient that that worked.
Alpine and his yodeling yokels did it! Yo-Joe! Let's go! Come on!
Okay, so it's kind of it's kind of in the cliff face, I guess, is where it is, right? Partially underground in a cave.
Bankrupt here, but elsewhere we have prepared a final surprise for the Jews.
What do you mean?
What does that mean?
Surprise? Why am I always the last one to know?
All right, Cobra Commander's getting away.
We've got to find the self-destruct mechanism for those cubes, but where is it? Polly, your allowance just went up 10 crackers a week.
Oh, conveniently, it's just a big red button.
Deduction, Baroness.
Don't become hostile with me. We have a relationship.
Silence, woman. I'm losing pyramid control. Ah! It's self-destructing.
Okay. Oh, all of the cubes are self-destructing. Huh. Sure.
I've lost my
Why not?
cubes! My wonderful cubes! All gone!
All attack groups, this is Joe Leader. Proceed to the Enterprise Towers.
Stop! Our position is deteriorating! Will you acknowledge me? We must flee and save us.
No. They're legitimate businessmen.
Relax. We need not retreat. We shall soon activate a weapon which will destroy our enemies completely.
Weapon?
Enterprise towers. They're transforming it into a gantry and battle rocket. If that ship ever gets up, no force on Earth will be able to handle it. We've got to keep it from reaching space.
Why? Wait.
Brilliant! This huge rocket is invincible.
How does this make sense? Satin.
Station Delta, do you see Battlebird preparing for liftoff?
We see it, and we don't like it. Duke and the rest of the guys are rigging a proton beam strong enough to take it out.
Maybe the final battle will be in space. All right.
Increasing thrust. Lift off in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7.
It's now or never, guys. YAJoe!
Yeah, right. YAJoe!
This is for messing with my father.
Yo. She's actually getting the one over on Cobra Commander. Nice.
Hey, Steelface is shorting out his own rocket ship.
Shipwreck. Duke's just about ready with that proton beam. So get out of there and don't drag anchor.
I suppose this is a bad time to ask you to go out with me.
Help me, you fools! My face is magnetized to the controls.
Oh my god, you guys suck. Do Trouble Bubbles have 2 seats? Crowbar, come on.
Proton beam is up to speed. Lock on coordinates.
So, is Cobra Commander and the Crimson Twins are still in that rocket ship?
Hurry. No
Oh, they've got an escape pod as well. Okay. Sure. We'll take it.
Yo, shipwreck.
Party two! Cool it, bird. Shipwreck works alone.
Your interference cost me victory!
We should have taken control
Why?
sooner.
But why?
Your vain denseness destroyed our tactics.
They're all in
I
costume.
had everything under control until you imbeciles got pretentious.
You pea-brained carbon copies of identical dumbbells! You're responsible!
Your fault. His fault.
Oh my god. Well, the bad guys all get away, I guess.
Looks like we won.
Right, but now what do we do for thrills and chills?
How about dinner at the Joe Commissary?
What's so dangerous about that?
The food.
Ba-dum-bum. The food.
GIJoe will return after these messages.
All right. Okay. That is the end of the Pyramid of Darkness. Episode 5, the final showdown as they knotted Cobra's coils. Interesting ending. Definitely not what I was expecting. You know, it had a lot of the elements that were sort of present throughout. With, you know, the multiple storylines. You'd think that, like, it looks like on paper, it looks like they're wrapping up the stories and they're bringing things together as you would, like, you know, they're bringing the characters back together. But still, there was like a sort of a separation in a way. Like, you still had the story of the Joes on space, you had the story of the Joes at the base, and then you also had the story of the Joes on the flag, and then you had Cobra's storyline, right? Do you think that it was quite as balanced as it should have been? I don't know. I think that just for this episode specifically, what I would have liked would have been a singular sort of like big final battle. We still got some nice moments, and we got a bit more with the Crimson Twins, who are my favorite of the bad guys. And there were a couple of fun moments, you know, like Cobra Commander catching Destro and the Baroness making out. Let's talk about the story, you know, the entire Pyramid of Darkness plot and characters, and let's discuss. So that is, of course, the Pyramid of Darkness. First, I just want to let's identify. Here are the groups that we got, because we got a lot of small groups here. We got Snake Eyes and Shipwreck going off their own. Now, with animals in tow, we got Dusty and Mutt and their shenanigans on the space station. We got Flint and Lady J, of course, expanding their relationship, and they're both leaders of the Joe team, which is great to see. We got Roadblock along with Footloose and Airtight in a sort of a smaller adventure, but at least we got some more Roadblock. And then finally, of course, we had Alpine, Bazooka, and the introduction of Quick Kick. I'm not entirely sure that all of the Quick Kick stuff worked as well as it worked on me as a kid. But, you know, the Crimson Twins, who got definitely the most screen time and I think were clearly the best. In my opinion, they were the best, and they're the most entertaining. And I love the sort of the element of the sort of twin telepathy. They can sense each other's emotions. If one gets hurt, the other one feels it. I think that's all good stuff, and really like just the perfect, like kind of believable level of science fiction that I think works well for GIJoe. I've sort of regularly been saying that GIJoe is based around these big set pieces. So let's think about it. We got the Devil's Playground, we got the Mountain of Glass, we got the Sea of Lost Souls, we got the City of the Dead, and then I suppose Space Station Delta as our locations. A lot of these locations might have been, I don't want to say rushed through, but I think that there's an element that this series sort of really highlights with both the character work and with the location work that could be improved and was better actually executed in both of the previous GIJoe 5-part series. Oh, of course, I forgot. There was one more location, which was Empire City and, you know, the Cobra base underneath Empire City. That actually was probably my favorite location of any of the locations. And I felt like they took some time to develop Empire City and the Cobra base. I think both of those were actually pretty well done storylines. Maybe also I know what to expect from those locations, but some of the locations definitely were not used to the best of their sort of capacity. If you look at some of the 80s movies that I love, like a Van Damme movie, or one of those kind of things where they got these, they clearly paid a lot of money for a big set piece, and they're going to stage the entire third act in this one location. And you know it's a set, but you know they did a good job of it, and then maybe they have a huge battle and most of the set gets destroyed. And they really, because they've probably invested time in making these locations, they take the time to like find interesting ways to use the entirety of that one big set piece or one big location. That's kind of how I felt about the locations that were highlighted in those first two miniseries. Whereas in this series, I feel like they kind of rushed through. Like think about the Devil's Cauldron in the Mass Device, I think it was, where they had both the sequence of them trying to get the meteorite out of the volcano. They had Destro attacking along the side. They had the battle with Cobra versus GIJoe dogfighting around the volcano. And then they had, of course, the hover carrier up in the air, right? The Cobras trying to get that, fighting over that meteorite. It just, like, they really used the location to its fullest. Here, I didn't necessarily get a full sense of the scope of any one of these places. They didn't feel as well developed. I think additionally, you got to say that because they had these very small groups, I think on paper you might have said, well, this lets us focus on just Alpine and Bazooka. But it didn't make sense to me that just Alpine and Bazooka would be on this mission, right? Like, clearly Snowjob should have been there. Why are you going to the Sea of Lost Souls and not bringing Torpedo? Or you've introduced the Shark. The Shark as a vehicle comes with Deep Six. Why did you not introduce Deep Six? Remember in The Revenge of Cobra when they're on top of the Mountain of Glass, I think it was called, no, this is the Tower of Glass. When they're top of the roof of the world. In The Revenge of Cobra, when they're on top of the roof of the world, and there are the Joes versus the Cobras, and the entire Joe team, it's not a lot, but it's like 6 or 7 people, and they're all like named characters. You know, alternatively, what we got a lot of in this 5-parter was you've got Bazooka and Alpine, who I understand we want them to be our like highlighted hero characters for the sequence. And then there were a bunch of green shirts in the background. Why not stack that up with a few people, even if they don't have dialogue? Why not just stack that up with a few people who we know? There's no reason why we couldn't have had Short Fuse and Steeler in the background. I think it really is kind of a disservice to the concept of an ensemble cast. Some of those secondary characters are going to be someone's favorite character. And it also brought us away from exploring some of the vehicles more too. I know we were really focused on character, but like the Mauler was in a lot of scenes. There was it the Ferret was there? I know that we got the Shark was seen a fair bit. And the I guess there was that one sequence with the bridge layer and Toll Booth who they gave a line to. Like, I don't know who cares about the bridge layer. Like, let's just be honest about that. But they didn't, I don't think they used the vehicles. I don't think they highlighted the vehicles to the extent that I would have wanted to see. So that's definitely room for improvement. I really think that the show would have benefited from having more players in any one location. And then again, more time at any of these locations to sort of expand, you know, where we are and really paint a larger picture of any one action sequence. Was there too many? Like, maybe that's the thing. Maybe we should have had a 3-sided pyramid. I don't want to harp on this, but there is an element of logic where I think GIJoe is getting like a little bit less logical. Like, I am fine with the show being science fiction and fantasy. I just think that, like, if it's going to have rules, it should play by those rules. So Polly being able to have full conversations, I don't know if that makes sense when none of the other animals can. The whole, like, the song and dance sequence to, like, fool the Cobra Troopers where everyone was in costume, including Timber and Polly, that was, like, probably one step too far. And also, like, I think just generally the logic of what Cobra wants. Like, I understand it doesn't need to make total sense, but how does plunging the world into darkness actually practically work? I'm just not sure what Cobra expected to get out of it. Storm Shadow had that one, like, totally weak sequence where he, you know, got decked out by Quick Kick. That's not Storm Shadow. Storm Shadow's got to hold his own, right? Okay, so my overall impressions of the Pyramid of Darkness, it's good. I love GIJoe. I still love GIJoe. There are lots of, like, clever moments and fun character beats throughout. I just think perhaps it wasn't as strong as either of the previous two. I definitely think that the show could benefit, one, from, like, a change of pace, a change of structure. And I look, and, like, nothing against, like, Ron Friedman clearly has done a good job, but he's basically written kind of the same story 3 times in a row now. I think it'll be great to have a breath of fresh air and a smaller single standalone episode, or maybe even a 2-parter written by someone else, will be great. That's my take overall on the Pyramid of Darkness. I think it was good. I just think it could have been a little bit better, and I think that I've had enough of these 5-parters. I hope you enjoyed sitting around with me for this reaction. If you have thoughts, please post them down in the comments below. If you're watching this on YouTube, Check down below for more details on how to see the full reaction. I hope you'll follow along as I continue watching through the rest of A Real American Hero. And thanks so much for being here with me. I really appreciate getting to spend time with you, my buddies, watching G.I. Joe. Okay, have a good one, everyone. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.